Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. I'm Rachel Eiler. This weekend marks the return of multiple annual events that were postponed because of the pandemic, like the 17th annual Classic Sled Roundup over in St. Germain. The event took place on Saturday and Sunday at the St. Germain Town Park, uniting vintage snowmobile enthusiasts across the Midwest. They had the opportunity to display their own collections and swap meetups. It is a pastime that Jim Strunland has been doing since the 1980s, working on snowmobiles and touring different conventions with his wife. He says that it's a way to make every vintage snowmobile childhood dream come true.
A beautiful area, beautiful people around here. It's fun. This is kind of reminiscing about the old days when you used to ride sleds, and restoring them, putting them together, and the talking to meet people is one of the most wonderful things you can do.
Strunland brought 3 vintage award-winning snowmobiles to the event today alongside his collection. The event featured a variety of old and new remodeled snowmobilers. Strunland adds that events like this help inspire him with new additions that he can add to his collection.
Seeing the projects people have done and meeting the people, the stories you hear. You know, every one of my snowmobiles has different race history. Share that with other people is so wonderful.
The weekend concluded with a winning raffle for a 1980 Polaris Indy 340 TXL. And car enthusiasts came far and wide to show off their own vehicles today in the 27th Main Street Memories Car Show in Tomahawk. More than 275 participants were in attendance, some lining up almost an hour before registration began.
We have had hundreds, literally, of phone calls. The phone was still ringing at 10 o'clock last night with people asking if the event was going on. So it was fantastic. We've had a great response. People are very excited.
Registered car owners were able to compete against one another, with attendees casting their ballots.
We are actually up to 275 cars right now. We did hopefully want to cap it off at 300, so we're going to be pretty close, I think.
And it wasn't those just bringing their cars to show out. More people came out to take a look at all of them. Event coordinators expect the show to continue in its success as the state and nation returns to normal. And Andrew, we had some sunshine yesterday. Today, not so much. What's going to be happening tomorrow to honor our veterans?
Tomorrow, we are going to have thunderstorms, a little bit of sun, and that mix of sun and clouds during the day, and warmer temperatures. Let's take a look at those highs that we had today. Lots of 60s were common today. A couple of us were stuck in the 50s, too. I think tomorrow, we'll be seeing more 70s widespread, maybe even an 80 or 2 could be possible. Right now, current temperatures are in the low 50s to 40s, cooling off tonight to about seasonable averages down in the middle 40s. And looking outside now, we are mostly dry at this point. Taking a look outside in Plover, we do have mostly cloudy skies. We will be taking those clouds overnight tonight, although staying mostly on the dry side outside of a sprinkle or 2. Now let's look hour by hour at the rest of our night. We're going to be in those low 50s now, dipping on down to the middle 40s overnight, really close to that average low for this time of year of 46 degrees. I'll have more coming up in just a few minutes. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. An Oneida County sheriff is dead following an ATV crash last night. According to the Iron County Sheriff Department, Sergeant Anton Keelan was heading north on Trail 17 at Riverside Drive in the town of Oma when his vehicle struck an object, ejecting him from his seat into a tree. First responders were dispatched around 7:55 p.m. Upon arriving at the scene, CPR was already in progress. Keelan was transported to Aspirus Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. He was 36 years old. At the beginning of the pandemic, VA clinics had to adjust to how they saw their patients. This in turn created some new challenges for their aging veteran patients as well as their staff on how to treat and communicate. Reporter Megan Mamlock brings us details.
The VA clinic here in Rhinelander reflected on their triumphs of being able to provide medical care, whether it was telemedicine or in-person office visits, to their veterans throughout the pandemic.
Servicemen come with a multitude of issues. Their service means that they've been exposed to combat in the field. They have shell shock, they get anxiety, fear, illness, and this staff has got to play all those factors into their care regime.
That includes types of care visits, with many adjusting from hands-on appointments to visiting through a computer screen.
I think with tech in general, older people always struggle more. It's harder. It's something they're not used to. It isn't as personal because, again, you're talking to a screen. but the doctors seem to be very well versed.
The VA made sure lack of resources at home wouldn't prevent care.
If a patient doesn't even have the capability, they don't have a cell phone or a laptop to that effect, they are even issued like an iPod, so they could still have access to doing the VVCs.
Telemedicine has made connecting to a medical professional, whether in Rhinelander or across the country, as easy as connecting to a FaceTime.
We have enhanced more of our VA Video Connect with our patients and been able to reach out to them that way. That way they could stay home and not have to go out and be exposed to COVID.
The VA staff says they see these as permanent changes, looking to maintain the VA Video Connect in the future. In Rhinelander, Megan Mamlock, Newswatch 12.
And on the COVID front, 51% of the U.S. population, or 168 million people, have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, according to the latest CDC data. 135 million Americans, or about 41%, are fully vaccinated against the virus. The CDC reports the 7-day average for vaccination has settled at about 1.3 million doses a day. Rural and poorer areas of the U.S. are still lagging behind in vaccinations. Public health officials say the biggest obstacles are lack of access to health care and messaging. With the Northwoods population growing as travelers come back to town, wildlife is becoming more endangered. When we return, educator groups are working to keep them safe with a few words of caution. That's after Maine weather with Andrew Kikafer, next on Newswatch 12 Weekends.
Where are you going to go to get your car put back to new? Precision Body and Frame. The quality's in our name. Collision, decision, precision.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest flooring in the industry at the lowest prices of the year, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Max flooring is extremely durable, low maintenance, waterproof, and easy to install. Come see why builders and designers choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs, with the lowest prices guaranteed, where it's in stock and on sale. Request your free estimate today at carpetcitywy.com.
Our prices will floor you.
Update your home's exterior with help from Menards. Protect your home with Atlas Roofing. Pinnacle shingles are durable and come with Scotchguard Protector from 3M to maintain your roof's appearance. Right now, get 11% off on all Atlas shingles. Add an accent that looks like stone with Novik Stack Stone panels. They replicate the look of stone masonry with no mortar required. Save on your next update with 11% off all Novik Stack Stone panels.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the huge Memorial Week sale going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago. Save 20 up to 57% off our already low sale price during this huge savings event. Save store-wide on every living room, every bedroom, every dining room, Amish-made furniture, log and cabin furniture, and the huge truckload mattress sale. The selection for this event is great, and the markdowns will be store-wide in every department. So don't miss the selection and savings at the Memorial Week sale going on now through Memorial Day at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago.
Where are you going to go to get your car put back to new? Precision Body and Frame. The quality's in our name. Collision, decision, precision.
If you got to see that sun today, it's because you were up very early this morning. Just after sunrise, we did have mostly cloudy skies take over for the rest of the day. Even a couple rain showers were coming on down. Those are very light and scattered. We recorded about 1/10 of an inch here in Rhinelander today. Now getting to current conditions, all of us throughout the state, at least under some cloud coverage, will be having those partly to mostly cloudy skies for the overnight period. And temperatures in the 50s are very common common right now. We'll be getting a little bit cooler tonight with those lows dropping down to the middle 40s. Looking out a little closer to home now, we're in central Wisconsin, seeing a couple showers passing on by, trending towards the Fox Valley, and then we are going to be drying on out for the rest of the night outside of maybe a sprinkle or two. I'm not thinking any more big rainfalls tonight. And towards the North Woods, we've been dry for a little bit now, and again, same idea. We could be having a raindrop or two coming down tonight. Otherwise, we'll take that partly to mostly cloudy skies through the overnight period. Yesterday, we didn't receive any rainfall. Like I said, today, about 1/10 of an inch. We could double that tomorrow with thunderstorms on the way. And then looking at our temperatures, so we didn't quite make it to the 70s today. It was actually pretty cool in the 60s. Tonight, though, I think we'll hit that seasonable low of about 46 overnight tonight. Now, looking a little further at our Memorial Day across the state, so we do have thunderstorms possible. That will be mostly towards central and northern Wisconsin. I think the southern part of the state will be more on the dry side with a cloud and sun mix during the day. They could have some thunderstorms that hold on off until the evening period, and those high temperatures will be in the low 70s to upper 60s. La Crosse could even be doing 80 degrees tomorrow with those upper 70s across the area, so a pretty nice day all around with those seasonable temperatures, but it will be wet out there with those thunderstorms, most likely in the afternoon. So let's time this out for you now. So we're looking early Monday morning. We're at 4:30. The sun's just getting started, and we're going to be starting off with that cloud and sun mix. A couple sprinkles could be possible, but we'll hold on for more showers in the afternoon. So looking now at 3 p.m., this is when we'll see the bulk of any thunderstorms coming on by, mostly towards northeastern Wisconsin, towards the UP, and then we'll see a band towards central Wisconsin make its way towards southeastern Wisconsin into the evening period. But then after that, we are drying on out, and we'll stay dry on Tuesday. We should actually see plenty of sun coming our way on Tuesday. But before we get there, we do have Monday to get through, so our Memorial Day is going to be having that either non-severe or marginal risk for severe weather, and that we're talking gusty winds and thunderstorms. Hail will be possible, and rain, although it will be mostly light during the day, it could be a little heavier in those thunderstorms. And now looking a little further at our Memorial Day, so we're going to be timing this out for you right now, looking at 8 a.m. in the 50s with that cloud and sun mix, and about lunchtime we'll be in the 60s. Mostly dry still, but then into the afternoon is when I think we'll have that best chance for thunderstorms and temperatures arriving in the low 70s. And then for the rest of the week, we will be trending mostly on the dry side. We could have a couple bits of rain on Wednesday and Thursday. I think those chances will be pretty low, and then we'll be drying on out into the weekend. So in summary for tonight, we do have partly to mostly cloudy skies, a raindrop or two possible. That will be with low temperatures getting down to the middle 40s, right around our average for this time of year. And on your Memorial Day, we'll be having sprinkles possible in the morning with that cloud and sun mix. And in the afternoon, we'll be looking for those thunderstorms with high temperatures in the low 70s. And now looking at your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast, on top of being dry into the weekend, we'll be warming on up, looking for the mid 80s, maybe even a couple 90s in the States by Saturday. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. It's no question you will see more folks start to come to the Northwoods, and at the same time, you might be noticing more animals and their spawns. As Newswatch 12 Georgina Fernandez reports, animal rehabilitation facilities are taking time to remind visitors how to keep those animals safe while vacationing.
It's what we do. It's every single day. Education is essential.
Raptor Education Group Inc. from Anago says this year marks their highest intake of animals. With more animals giving birth and visitors playing on their land, they don't expect it to decrease anytime soon.
Again, it's just about that living in harmony and keeping that respectful distance, especially out on the water. Kind of get to know where you're going to be going. If you do see a family of loons out on the water, then don't go speeding towards them.
Wildlife advocates are working to remind people who they're sharing the land with.
There's a lot of baby birds that are hatching and learning how to live out their lives in the wild and become adults. So it's really important that we're able to kind of give them that space and be respectful from a distance.
President of Post Lake Improvement Association, Al Wandorf, agrees, saying it's critical that youth start understanding their environmental footprint in order to help establish a better tomorrow.
Young kids are especially important, teach them when they're young. Hopefully they get involved and hopefully stay active and learn what we're trying to teach and pass it on as they get older.
In Post Lake, Georgina Fernandez, Newswatch 12.
Wisconsin sports fans can now really enjoy the long weekend, especially after their teams had some great performances, Nate.
Yeah, I don't think you could script a better couple of days for the Brewers and the Bucks. When we get back, I'll show you the highlights from the Brewers game in Washington, and we'll hear from the Bucks themselves. Stay tuned.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
I was in an abusive relationship for 10 years. Then it progressed from me to my son, and that I couldn't do it anymore, so I purposely became homeless to get away from that scenario. I was homeless for 3 months. I found out about Sunshine for Humanity. I knew I was in a safe place. My life currently now is actually really good. I got my own place. I got a car of my own. I volunteer every Wednesday at the homeless shelter. Our homeless shelter can house up to 8 people. You can stay here as long as you need. If you know of anybody in need, please don't hesitate to contact us. Come to Sunshine. That's where the help is. Help us pay it forward. Keep feet off the street by contacting us today.
Join us for the Midwest Modified Special this Friday.
Sports Watch 12 with Nate Myhawk starts now.
I don't consider myself an expert on the stock market, but if you bought stock in Broom Companies, you'd be sitting in a pretty good spot. After the Bucks swept their first-round series in the playoffs, the Brewers were hoping to join them. Game 3 in Washington, that young fan enjoying a nice day at the ballpark. Tough draw when you have to face Max Scherzer, but when you're as hot at the plate as Avi Garcia, it doesn't matter who's pitching. He goes yard to straightaway center. Brewers have an early lead, his second day in a row with a home run, and it's his 10th of the season. And that's more than enough support for Brandon Woodruff. Paints the corner on Juan Soto for the strikeout. He was able to work himself out of the jam. 10 Ks for Woody in this one. Jumping ahead to the 9th now, Crew trying to add some insurance. Omar Narvaez taking care of it. Right center field, a solo home run to make it 3-0, and the Brewers join the Bucks with a sweep of their own. I mentioned the Bucks just a moment ago, and for good reason. It's no surprise they walked past Miami, but they did get a surprising contribution off the bench. Bryn Forbes had an impressive series for Milwaukee. He saw significant action in all 4 games, pouring in 15 points per game, and he even outscored Jimmy Butler. The flamethrower really lived up to his nickname as he shot 49% from 3, and those are some of the best numbers he's put up during the playoffs in his 5-year career. With Dante DiVincenzo now out for the rest of the postseason, Bryn Forbes could be a spark that Milwaukee is looking for.
Dante was a big part of what we've done this whole time, and he's great at what he did and great in his role. Just got to find a way to kind of try and fill those gaps. We miss him, and we're a better team with him, but let's try and fill them gaps right now and do what we can do.
In the meantime, the Bucks will be going back to practice to gear up for their next series, but we've got to wait a little bit longer to see who they'll be playing. In my humble opinion, playoff hockey tops every other major league playoff. But they still found a way to make it even better. Game 7, winner take all. Last night, the Montreal Canadiens forced a 3-3 series tie with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and now two of the most historic teams in the NHL will play for it all. Point native Cole Caulfield has had a relatively quiet series, but he did pick up an assist on the game-winning goal in Game 5. I can say that I'll be rooting for the team to continue on their run. He's so fun to watch. Game 7 of this series is set for tomorrow night with puck drop at 6. Although motorsports were never my favorite as a kid, there's something mesmerizing about IndyCar races, and when you nickname an event the greatest spectacle in racing, you've got my attention. The Memorial Day weekend tradition took place on Sunday, the world-famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway finally hosting fans once again, an awesome sight to see. In the end, Helio Castroneves won the race. He is now the 4th ever person to win the event 4 separate times. This is also a good reminder I need to drink some more milk. And all right, one more stop. Let's hit the links. It's the Kitchener Senior PGA Championship, just one of a few majors on the circuit. Wisconsin native Steve Stricker looked great through the first 3 rounds, but he ran into trouble on Sunday. Stricker dropped from the lead by shooting a 77 on the day. In the end, he finished tied for 11th, but still a nice showing from him. Rachel, what do you think you are shooting? Are you shooting under par on the senior tour?
I don't know. Maybe in like mini golf, we'll have to hit the fairways to find out. But Nate, it's also Sunday, which means it's a brand new week here for Newswatch 12 and for you at home, and a ton of more stories for us to cover. So when we return, we're going to give you a look at what to expect in your week ahead. We'll be right back.
At Save More Marketplace, our expansive produce section features a large organic selection of the freshest fruits and vegetables. Get ready to fire up your grill with the finest cuts of Black Angus beef, USDA Prime, Wagyu ribeye, over 15 varieties of brats made in-house, and so much more. Our Scratch Bakery has fresh breads and custom cakes and design specialties for any occasion. Our deli has a great selection of meats, cheeses, and quick and easy meals. And with Save More on the go, we bring the freshness to you.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwood's #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A, or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
An engagement ring is the defining symbol of a lifelong promise, and that's why choosing Lee Ayres Jewelers is so important. As a family business, they know how important your search is, and they take great pride in helping you find the perfect engagement ring. For Lee Ayres, it's all about taking care of you, the customer. From in-store goldsmiths to custom jewelry design by Thomas Daling, they do it all. Begin your lifelong promise by choosing Lee Ayres Jewelers, downtown Stevens Point.
It's the huge Memorial Week sale going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago. Save 20 up to 57% off our already low sale price during this huge savings event. Save store-wide on every living room, every bedroom, every dining room, Amish-made furniture, log and cabin furniture, and the huge truckload mattress sale. The selection for this event is great, and the markdowns will be store-wide in every department. So don't miss the selection and savings at the Memorial Week sale going on now through Memorial Day at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago.
I was in an abusive relationship for 10 years. Then it progressed from me to my son, and that I couldn't do it anymore, so I purposely became homeless to get away from that scenario. I was homeless for 3 months. I found out about Sunshine for Humanity. I knew I was in a safe place. My life currently now is actually really good. I got my own place. I got a car of my own. I volunteer every Wednesday at the homeless shelter. Our homeless shelter can house up to 8 people. You can stay here as long as you need. If you know of anybody in need, please don't hesitate to contact us. Come to Sunshine. That's where the help is. Help us pay it forward. Keep feet off the street by contacting us today.
Welcome back. Before we wrap up the evening, let's take a look at what's happening in the week of May 31st in our region with a look at your week ahead.
On Monday, millions around the nation will observe Memorial Day, a day to remember and honor our fallen soldiers and veterans. The state of Wisconsin will recognize the sacrifice of these men and women with a video address from Governor Tony Evers. The Oneida County Veterans Council invites all citizens to join them at 10:30 a.m. for their Memorial Day service at the Mike Webster Stadium in Rhinelander. Starting Wednesday, the University of Wisconsin system schools are relaxing COVID-19 restrictions on campus. Fully vaccinated individuals will no longer need to wear face coverings or be required to physically distance from others while indoors. UW system leadership has made clear that vaccinations will not be mandatory for the summer or fall semester. Ending the week on Friday, the former Milwaukee officer charged in the death of Joel Acevedo will appear in court for another hearing. According to the criminal complaint, Michael Matatoli is charged with first-degree reckless homicide following Acevedo's death in April of 2020. Earlier in May, a judge ruled that the redacted police video footage involving the former Milwaukee police officer can be released.
And make sure that you're following us on all of our social media to get the latest coverage at the state and national levels. When we return, a look at your final weather. We'll be right back. Stick with us.
Tired of working indoors? Del Monte in Plover is now hiring for harvest operators. Join a friendly and supportive team while helping local growers put food on American tables while working in a beautiful outdoor setting. Seasonal positions for field harvest operators with a sizable wage increase for 2021 are available. Plus, bonus opportunities allow you to make even more. Work in a safe environment for a company that cares and earn some extra money. Apply today.
I was in an abusive relationship for 10 years. Then it progressed from me to my son, and that I couldn't do it anymore, so I purposely became homeless to get away from that scenario. I was homeless for 3 months. I found out about Sunshine for Humanity. I knew I was in a safe place. My life currently now is actually really good. I got my own place. I got a car of my own. I volunteer every Wednesday at the homeless shelter. Our homeless shelter can house up to 8 people. You can stay here as long as you need. If you know of anybody in need, please don't hesitate to contact us. Come to Sunshine. That's where the help is. Help us pay it forward. Keep feet off the street by contacting us today.
Menards has everything to transform the look of your home, adding to your curb appeal. Ideal Garage Doors add a stylish new look to the outside of your home. We have more than 1,000 different style and color options to choose from. Give your home the update it deserves and save with 11% off all Ideal Garage Doors. Save today and get 11% off everything for your next project right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
At Big Valley Ford, we have a great selection of gently used trucks, SUVs, and cars, and we are ready to help you find the right vehicle to explore the North Woods. Big Valley Ford is passionate about every vehicle that enters our service center, and our team of technicians are here to help with all of your service needs. Whether you are looking for a new or used vehicle or need to get your current ride back on the road, stop into Big Valley Ford in Ewan, Michigan, and experience the Big Valley difference.
All right, gentlemen, there's a running joke, and I'm really excited to tell you about it. People believe that the pandemic will be over when Costco brings back samples. You guys, the time has come. According to a new report from USA Today, the retailer will serve up some samples at every location by the end of June. Costco is also going to be bringing back their food courts next month. So, however, on the plus side, locations are going to be operating at 50%. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is CDC going to say the pandemic's over once we can get those samples back?
I don't think the CDC is looking at Costco for their
scientific advice.
Maybe, I don't know. But the free sample's always better than the actual food itself.
100%. I never ever really bought anything. I mean, but hey, I'm so excited. Let's head to Costco next.
You know, I'm actually a little bit upset. I did have a Costco membership. I don't now, so I feel like
We got to get it back, Andrew.
That's right.
Well, let's hope that we're not going to be disappointed in the weather for our Memorial Day. Tell us what's going on.
Well, the morning you might not be disappointed, but later on in the day there will be thunderstorms. But for now, tonight we are having mostly cloudy skies, staying on the dry side. It will be seasonally cool tonight with those low temperatures dipping down to the middle 40s right now, in the mid 50s. So looking at your Memorial Day, we have a couple sprinkles possible in the morning. We'll wait till the afternoon for some thunderstorms, and those high temperatures will be in the 70s. But then look at this at your 7-day forecast. Those 70s will stay for the rest of the week, and over the weekend, breaking into the 80s. We could even see a 90 on Saturday somewhere in the state.
All right. At least we're getting some higher temperatures. We can't really complain. Stay dry out there. That's it for your news around the Northwoods. We'll see you next weekend.